Welcome to Super Chats. I'm Nick.
I'm Cameron.
I'm Carlos.
And this week, HoloLive EN Gen 3 is actually here for real. Carlos and I went to Otakon and checked out a whole bunch of VTuber stuff there. And also, Anya's in 3D now. Stick around.
That was the stick around sound. Sticking around has an audible sound effect.
I thought it would be more like...
I thought it would sound like Mori Calliope dying in a fly trap.
Yeah,
Well,
she's sticking around.
what was that? Why am I remembering that? Why was there a guy who's like, oh, God, I love it when people get stuck in fly traps. Let me draw it.
I don't know what's going on, but here's a picture of Mori Calliope dying in a glue trap. Sick.
Sick nasty.
She was really excited when she got hers. Everybody else already had theirs. It was a moment, dude.
Dude, it's that feeling of like the weird kid at school finally got around to you.
Yeah, right. It's my turn.
God, we had one at our high school. Mm-hmm. We had the, oh no, he got to me. He was a total weirdo. He made no sense. He claimed he made Google.
Oh, nice.
Like he genuinely believed it, I believe.
We had one of those too. He moved in 7th grade, and the first thing he told anybody was, "I'm from the future."
Oh my God.
And then once we made it to high school, he was bringing in Pokemon furry porn on his flash drive and showing people, and not just showing anybody, but showing the popular people.
Oh, that's unhinged.
That's fantastic.
Okay, like there's a difference between make a PowerPoint for English class saying how good MLP is, and then there's like, you want to see what APOM does?
No, I specifically remember.
Let me show you Gardevoir.
The first time he came in and brought it to us, he's like, "All right, guys, I got Pokemon furry porn on here," and one of my friends was like, "Cameron, you know those girls are like 12 years old, right?"
Oh.
He's like, "What? No, not the girls, the Pokemon."
No!
He's like, "Eevee's the best."
No!
He was 15 years ahead of his time.
Why are you fucking bookending these fucking podcasts with hurting me? I feel like
the cringiest thing I ever had on a flash drive was a shitload of dubstep. What the fuck is this?
Oh my God.
He also brought modded Pokemon games that all the Pokemon were replaced with Toho lollies.
Yeah.
Kawaiimon or whatever.
Is it on
Moemon?
Moemon. It's
Moemon. Moemon.
It exists. It's real. It's out there. Anyway, welcome to Super Chats. We started off the rails today, so this is going to be a fun one because we've got a lot of stuff to talk about already.
So here's what's up. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but the landscape has changed. In celebration of the landscape changing, I have elected to obtain as little sleep as humanly possible. So let's do it. I'm going to take care of y'all.
Mm-hmm. And I am sick from Otakon, and we had like 4 days where we didn't have any time to do anything, so we're going to see what happens.
Yep. Carlos caught con crud, which is fun to say, but sad to happen. And I'm doing all right. I had the day off work yesterday, and unfortunately I stayed up until like 1 a.m, so I'm a little tired, but I'm not,
Nick
too bad off.
Has all the same issues you've come to love and adore and expect.
It's me.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh,
Aw.
thank you. So how about we actually jump into a little bit of schnooze?
Yeah, I love schnooze.
Big schnooze guy.
We're going to have a difficult time because so little happened, etc. Ah ha ha ha. Ignore the obvious.
Yeah, I guess since you said to ignore it, I'm going to do the opposite and call it out directly.
Let's do it.
HoloLive Advent has debuted, has arrived, is here. They've actually, at this point, done a couple streams each.
Like, you have seen them. You have seen them already.
Yeah.
We are never on the ball. But they're out. This is an impressions discussion podcast. If you want to see stuff as it comes out, that's not the place.
Yeah. Go talk to False ID.
Yeah, he's doing really good work. They're all doing really good work.
The team that has like, more than 3 people to actually look up stuff.
False ID boardroom meeting. Good idea, guys. Let's post the news the day it happens. Uproarious applause.
You're a genius, sir. Yeah, no, also the False ID Discord's really good, especially when you're surfing for stories to talk about during the week.
Shameless theft.
That's what we do. So yes, why don't we go over some of the, I guess, general overview things first?
Yeah, so Hololive Advent it's 5 members, but 2 of them share a channel, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
FuwaMoco is the shared channel
Yes,
of
yes.
Fuwawa and Mokoko.
Yes, one is
twins.
fluffy, one is fuzzy. Yes.
They're very good.
So let's talk first about like the overall vibe. So let's say right away, this is now the 3rd gen of the English girls, and the 4th English gen overall. Not counting how many ID members speak English and very often collab with English members, to the point that some people might not know their different branches.
Exactly.
So there are now a lot of VTubers. There's a lot to watch, a lot to keep up with. Obviously, the new people are going to be taking precedence for a while, but we're going to see that change. Overall, the vibe, so Advent's whole vibe, its whole theming is basically like a blasphemous jailbreak.
Except they're all actually a bunch of goofballs.
As per usual, as per the contract.
Yeah, stylistically, just looking at them, you got 2 Dommy Mommies, and then you got 2 cotton candy monsters. Well, 3 of them, but 2 of them share a channel.
Yeah, it's like each of them is like a criminal, which I kind of like that consistent theming. I like that this is more, if I can be like a lore person for a second, it feels more actionable and a little bit easier to ignore. Like, myth is all like, we're mythical beings. That's decent enough to ignore. You don't have to live in it.
There's a very popular fan animation about them all fighting and how like it would destroy cities and the world.
Yeah. So there's like all these
very powerful.
All these mythological beings. Let's be blunt, some loose theming, because I've never considered the Grim Reaper to be mythological in the same sense that sharks.
She's a shark from Atlantis, though.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
But all the same, yeah, beast from mythos, and a British person, who I guess is also a fictional creature.
The most mythical of them all.
Little mini side tangent off of that.
Yeah, of course.
Somebody was actually talking about the lore behind the Bad End video, and I was reading into that, and it's Ina and Gura fighting is a big part of it, and somebody pointed out, if you look out like actual like Cthulhu mythology, that Atlantis is actually a part of it.
Yeah.
And it's considered, Atlantis is considered a source of power that would actually be able to stand a chance against Cthulhu.
The powers of Relia.
God, it's so true.
I just heard about that recently. I don't know any of the details. I just know that somebody said that's a thing in some form. That it's canonical in real life that's a thing.
Yeah, in the real world where Atlantis actually happened.
Yeah.
And the aliens are still hanging out down there.
Thank you to that one Greek guy that told us about Atlantis.
Thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah. And we had Council, which like, we are all gods and manifestations of some of the core elements of the universe.
Yeah, the foundations of all life and existence.
Which is like a little chuny, just a little bit out there. And now we are all people who have broken out of jail. It's like, yeah, that's who they are, but actionable. And we had our reasons to get out and why we were there to begin with.
Most of them, actually, I think all of them have some sort of mythological ties still.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
Just they're much more grounded than the previous ones.
This is a little more down to earth, but it's still like pretty grand.
I don't know that any single character has the power to destroy the planet, unlike every single character we've met up until now.
Every single character in Myth could kill an entire city, including Ame.
Oh, easily.
Every single character in Council could end existence if they whimmed. With Mume canonically killing entire civilizations because oopsie.
Sometimes you make a little oopsie.
Yeah, like oops, I did a little fucky wacky. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to let those mice get on the boats.
Oops.
So this time it's all more like, we're just prisoners who did some bad, not super bad stuff. It's still like, oh, that's fine. That's a cute crime. That's not like I set my ex's house on fire.
Yeah.
That's like, I read a book I wasn't supposed to.
It's only grand larceny. Come on.
I learned an evil song. And then like the next one's like, I enchanted people with my rock-like presence and filled them with too many emotions. And then the other's like, I was annoying.
Poor doggos being annoying.
I appreciate that. I think that's funny. And I like the theming so far.
I don't think we ever got like a full description of what the dogs did, right? Because they just they're being like very coy about.
Literally
dog
what
crimes.
they did was they were annoying. They
can believe
just
that.
annoyed the gods.
Yeah, they were just like pranking people and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
pretty much. The gods just looked down. It's like, there's just these fucking fuzzy dogs. They keep doing nonsense. And oh my gosh, I am so done with them. Stop it. And like the gods come down like, please stop doing it. They go, please stop doing it. That was it.
Straight to prison. Believe it or not, straight to prison.
So yeah, good theming.
Overall, I like the look of the gen. Obviously, let's see, what are they? They're art mamas and rigging papas.
Yes.
They've done fantastic work all around. Especially, I'm impressed by the double feature that is FuwaMoco, because that's twice the work right there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Though they are twins, so it's kind of cheating.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Copy.
similar bases, just like, but, you know, they're also very different designs between the two.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, as well, like, the first three, we have the book lady, the soup demon, and the rock.
Yes.
Those three are like, if you squint, it's like, okay, I see what's going on. Like, these all kind of have a similar, like, slightly more down-to-earth color scheme, a little bit darker, but with still a lot of brightness, especially the rock rounding up. And then, like, the next year's like, hey, guys, who's going to go see Barbie?
Yeah.
It's literally like Barbenheimer, the gen.
Well, that's the thing is, like, Bijou is also very sparkly and bright,
She is,
too.
but in a way that, like, clicks a little harder with the other two. Like, you could see her getting along like, oh, she's a little more gothic, a little more grounded, and like almost a fae vibe. But the other two are more straight up like, we are VTubers.
I guess so. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've watched a couple Bijou streams already, but I definitely see her hanging out over on the doggo side.
No, she is 100%. She crosses the line to the doggo side. It's just that, like, on the gradient, she's between them.
I suppose that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
No, one of the more hilarious things I've seen too is I saw an artist posted like a little joke comic online today, and he's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. This entire gen is so much more detailed than all of the other ones. How am I gonna draw fan art for all of
Oh,
this?
I'm sorry, you wanted iris levels of detail on everyone? Good. That's what you're getting. Because, like, Shiori's eyes and her hair are just, like, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, she's by far my favorite
Yeah.
design.
Oh, we're going to have a hell of a talk.
So let's just get into it. Shiori, then.
Yeah. So I want to start with what stood out to me. So, like, we're all sitting there, and I personally have to be honest, there's a part of me that dreads debuts because I can't live in the nervousness of the presenter. I remember when, like we've had the conversation before, where, like, some of the EN1 debuts were hard to get through.
Definitely.
Especially, like, Callie, my nervous, you have no fucking clue what you're doing. Oh my god, and everyone keeps giggling at weird times. And Kiara's on a potato. I like
Microphone from fucking Best Buy.
I liked Kiara
and just,
when you
like,
could hear her.
nothing going for her as far as technology is concerned.
And part of the problem too was that Cover didn't really get on the ball with the EN members' debuts until now. They were very well known for having very bad support of the EN gen debuts.
From the word go, yeah.
All right, group chat meeting. Let's go over guidelines, how to do your debut. Here's the one JPEG. There's not a lot of text on this JPEG. Did you leave the chat? It's tomorrow. But this time, folks had animations and really elaborate backgrounds.
You can tell they really took a lot of time to prep for this gen.
Yeah, so, like, absolutely, I hate living in the anxiety and the nerves of, like, people who are just freshly debuting. Myth had it the most. Council had some of it. Shiori comes out the gate and she's like, yeah, I'm a V2. Let's start. All right, hey, guys, how's it going? Dance party.
Yeah.
Like, she has, like, either nerves of steel or just has no anxiety about doing this at all.
That's the thing, is none of them had any anxiety.
Exactly. There was so little. Like,
It was great.
Everyone was just like, I know what I want to do. I like to do this. Let's get to it. I have practiced.
No,
It's very obvious they've been working on this for a while to make sure they are in
100%.
a good place.
No, the hardest part about watching it, honestly, was just that they would get going, and you could tell they were trying to go as fast as they could because they had so much to go over on a 45-minute time limit.
The time limit was so strict.
And I believe it was Shiori that even had a 5-minute shorter one than the rest because she debuted a cover.
Oh, yeah. If you're debuting
the
a song,
I think all of them did.
they all had songs, but some of them were shorter because their songs were longer.
Yeah. Because I know that Shiori definitely had, I mean, like, I listened to it. It was fun because it was a relay. So you started off with Shiori, and then she raided into her own song premiere. And then from there, it raided over to Bijou, and then it raided into her song.
Yes.
Because she did a cover as well. So that was the night one. And then they did the same thing the next night. They just continually, like, they relayed and raided into each other's streams. Continuing on.
You know, these streams that we tuned into from our hotel at Otakon.
We're watching it like 240p on a phone because it's what we had.
I brought my Roku stick with me.
Yeah.
I was up late. I just got done beating FF16. I was like practicing my bass while watching. So let's just go ahead, dive in, get into it proper. So first of all, we have Shiori Novella, which honestly I think was a good choice to start because it gets like the most like freaky one out of the way right away, and someone with really strong presenting skills.
She's also the leader. Like,
yeah,
definitely.
She's definitely supposed to be the leader of this one. So I have nothing but gushing. Like, I thought this was a really strong debut, and I am so down for another comfy tuber. Because when she talked about the content she wanted to make, it was mostly like, I want to do educational stuff. I want to hang out. I want people to talk to me about my books. I want to send girls pictures of bugs I like. She is a weirdo, which is all I need. I'm done. Nothing else was needed. But we also have a book weirdo.
Yeah. She's also already competing with Ame for, like, strangest histories and
Yes!
stuff.
Oh my god!
Because we were, I think you were watching it with me too, at least most of it. The very next day, she did a stream talking about like VTuber history.
Yes.
Which, by the way, she knew a lot about.
Dude, she's very involved.
There's never been a video I wanted to watch more. Unfortunately, work was not very permitting today. I got like 20 minutes into it. She knows her stuff.
She's very technologically understanding. She understands a lot of the culture, where everything came from. She's a historian. She's the archiver.
I'll say 100% based on the level of trivia and detail she could go down to. She was saying stuff like, yeah, the program that people had to use before Kizuna AI came out was really annoying. There was this issue of clicking here and that, and because of that issue, you just couldn't go anywhere. It's like, this woman has opened this program and seen what it was like before anyone gave a doodah about VTubers.
Yeah.
She was in this shit before you even thought it could happen. To be honest, she brought up trivia I forgot that Kizuna AI literally coined the term VTuber. That like it wasn't a colloquialism to her. Which, you know, it's very correct to attribute a lot of credit to her for popularizing the idea. But wow.
I mean, yeah, she was going over the what is it, the Four Kings and all that stuff too, and like just like how VTubing evolved, both from a technological standpoint as well as just like a functional standpoint, how the agencies started working and all this other stuff. And
then she got about halfway through her stream and ran out of things to say, and she's like, "Guys, I looked up cannibalism once.
Yeah.
I wanted to know what it was like. I liked stopping on the street and taking pictures of dead bugs and sending them to people.
There was this time I was playing doctor as a kid and I just had dead bugs. Like,
God.
It's like my bedroom growing up as a kid was 4 white walls surrounded by mirrors and dolls.
Yes.
She's so very strange. I love it.
Yes, she's just a weird.
I eat with scissors.
This is
She
not a
uses
model.
scissors,
This is literally what she looks like in real life. This isn't a fake person.
She specifically said her model looks like a Hot Topic goth girlfriend, and that's accurate to her real life self.
There you go.
You're so good to me, everyone on the planet. Thank you, God. So another thing I really want to point out is she's really good at crowd work. She is fantastic at, like, someone just said, I like books, and she just paused everything, went, you like books? Oh, you should tell me about them sometime. And, like, everyone in the audience goes, ooh, I kind of want to talk to this lady. But also, she's so good at giving. What really stood out to me was the part where she was giving everyone credit. She was really smooth about mentioning everyone on the PowerPoint and then bringing up people that weren't on it because she just remembered to also include them. And she shouted out the next talents coming up as she went. She was just super prepared to hype you for the gen. Yeah. She was already like, Bijou did this funny thing. And like, that, yep, that's what you do.
Yeah, no, she's very good. Again, she is the de facto leader, and we've seen that now as every debut stream began with Shiori talking, frankly. So they're theming it really well around that. She's a nutter butter.
But she kind of did a 180 too, because you see her in the trailers. It's like, oh, scary, angry goth girl. And then she actually starts talking on stream, and she's just like goth fauna.
Yeah. She's really nice. She seems very sweet. I love the fact that like she does a lot of weird stuff, and she talks about that. But also she's just like, do you think you can fix me?
God.
And that's like her thing is like, are you going to try and fix her?
I love the chat, just like all caps, I can fix her. And then the next guy, I don't want to fix her.
I liked the guys that were literally just going unfixable. I was like, there you go.
The triality of man.
Too far gone. Goodbye. Like that was me. I was like, nope. She started talking about playing with dead bugs, and I was like, okay, you have fun, cannibal lady. I'm gonna go watch The Rock.
So do you like centipedes? Shiori, how do you feel about centipedes? I think they're cool. You should do a stream about centipedes.
I think today she was doing a stream
About-
She was going to look at parasites under a microscope.
Do you understand what I'm doing as soon as I get home? No joke, as a kid, as soon as I learned parasites were a thing, I rented every book about them at the library and started watching like every documentary that ever came out on them. That was fascinating to me.
Shiori, I know you're watching this. You're tailor-made for Cameron, and I'm very sorry.
You can't fix me, and that's not even a fun thing. You can't fix me, parentheses, not even in a fun way. Last thing to bring up, too. I say last thing. One, she likes Sherlock Holmes to an unhealthy degree. That was cool.
Well, we'll talk about it later, but Rissa is very much going to marry Kiara, so I guess that means
Yeah, we
that
are going to talk about that. Number 2, and this is it for me, and then
Watson's
I'll let's move
got,
on.
Shiori, so.
Her tastes are pretty damn good.
Oh, yeah.
For cartoons, she included Courage the Cowardly Dog, The
All-time
Grim Adventures
classic.
of Billy and Mandy, I think even Over the Garden Wall.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're winning. And besides that, she also likes Made in Abyss and Omori. So I can at least survive like an hour conversation with her.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I personally, her cover, by the way, was of a Kikuo song.
Yeah. Oh God.
Which
Wait, was that her or Koseki? I think Koseki did the Kikijo song.
was it?
Yeah, because you're talking about the na 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 na.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the next girl.
Okay.
That is Narissa Ravencroft. Sorry.
Okay, I got them mixed up.
Don't worry. That just means this gen's filled with winners. Spread the love a little bit. Oh, and also most of her husbando list is like Genshin Impact red flags. She likes,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Zhao, right?
She likes all of the moody, unfixable bad boys.
Yeah. And that's it on her.
Next up, we have Koseki Bijou.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I like rocks. I like Koseki.
I will say this was
Bijou.
pretty bold because, like, despite the fact the trailer showed her model as being like a very short girl, her being an Easter Island head after all was like, I get it, body positivity.
It was very interesting. It was a good start.
That was a perfect way to start.
Oh God! And then the fact that her tagline is Maui Maui Kyun.
We've learned a lot about her personality in very little time.
It's so good. All right, so
My favorite thing about this, I saw a video today. So for those of you that don't know about JoJo lore,
Okay.
so
Do go on.
you know about
Yeah, I
them.
know about Google.
The Pillar Men.
Oh no! Wait, are you saying what I think you're saying?
Somebody overlaid the Maui animation to the Pillar Men Awakening song.
Oh, that's brilliant! Oh, that's so good.
I also understand what's happening.
I laughed for a solid 10 minutes about that today.
You're gonna have to explain this to me at some point here.
I can show you the video after we're done.
okay.
And
sounds
listen,
good.
JoJo fans, we are so easily entertained. I hated JoJo fans for like 10 years. And then I saw just enough JoJo that now every time I like see a JoJo reference, like, oh!
I know that. I know that thing.
It's just because the show's so ridiculous that anytime you can relate it back to other things, it's like, yeah, he gets it. He too lived through it.
So Bijou starts off. She's an Easter Island head.
Would you still love me even if I were an Easter Island head?
Not you, but her, yes.
That was a quote.
So yes, definitely. The stream began and there was a little sign on the head that said "spam pickaxe." So everybody spammed the pickaxe, and then a pickaxe appeared, smacked her, and she did a magical girl transformation from Easter Island head to Gem Girl.
Which I must mention is strangely well animated.
Yeah,
Like, punching a little above the weight of a debut.
She explained later on that she doesn't speak a lot of Japanese, but she has one phrase in Japanese that she can say. And I can't tell you what the actual Japanese is, but it translates as, I have no money. And she revealed in her follow-up stream that she has no money because she spent it all on the animation. So, and also on her cover and everything else. Like, she did a lot of prep for the beginning, for like her start. And first of all, it really shows because the animation was fantastic. But also, she's broke as fuck now.
Yeah.
So
And Kyla's been having a great time. Like,
oh my god,
just
me
conversing
versing
between
with
the
her.
two is so good.
we're seeing like a lot of like former gen people pick out their favorites, and Kaya's like, when are you playing Minecraft?
Rock person, we're playing Minecraft. If you don't, I will blow you up with TNT. That's the entire conversation every time. I love it.
There was one of them where Bijou posted, it's like, I stay up till 5 a.m. Like playing games sometimes, and Kyle is just like, this is my first bookmarked tweet. I will remember this.
100%. So she starts off, and yeah, she's got a PowerPoint presentation.
Yes, it is literally Google Slides.
Yes, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
My favorite thing ever is at one point, like, it shows her model, but it's a PNG, but it has the non-background PNG background with it too, and it's coincidentally covering up her age. But also, like, she's like wee, and it like spins in a circle, and like there's all these like dumb little animations coming in from, like, stuff swooshes in from the side. It's all pixel or it's all word art and stuff. Like, it's fantastic.
It's a magnum
so
opus.
Her entire debut was just one giant meme. It was so funny to me. It was like early high school, late middle school PowerPoint presentation, you know.
Yeah.
Just from the ground up, so perfect. She's got a bunch of different anime that she loves, a bunch of different video games, obviously. FromSoft is the thing that sticks out. She really likes Elden Ring a lot. She made a big point about talking about that and how she wants to play Elden Ring with her community. That's going to be a big thing. Also, yeah, she really likes Final Fantasy XIV a lot.
Did you know the free yeah. She had the meme. She had the calling card. She's in the community.
Yeah, she knows what's up. She's been playing a while, apparently.
Of course she likes Final Fantasy. She's a fucking crystal.
It is her destiny. Yeah, she's going to be doing longer streams, she said. I'm really excited. She really likes puns and stuff. I'm sure Ina is drooling and chomping at the bit right now to get at this rock. And finally, she her community is a bunch of pebbles.
Yep.
Because you have to have a pebble sona in order to watch her streams. Otherwise, like, you'll lose your mind or whatever, according to lore. So there's a guide in her debut on how to make a pebble sona. I made my own pebble sona, and I posted it. It's on our Twitter. And so, have you guys had the chance to make your pebble sonas?
No, unfortunately.
Disappointed. Carlos.
No.
Disappointed.
I'm too busy watching Goth Girl.
Okay, well, that's fair. Bijou is right up my alley. I
don't want to make a hasty decision. I'll say this about Bijou for sure. I think she's going to collab very well. I think she has such a good sense of humor, and she's going to find it very easy to get along with some of the other goofy but low-key girls. Like, I feel like as long as it's only her and Gura, it will work. But the second a third person joins, it's going to be chaos.
Yeah.
Because Gura, she feeds off the energy of what the other person's doing.
I watched a little bit of her trucking simulator stream, and she's like on Fauna's level with trucking simulator.
She's a really good driver. I believe she said during the stream she doesn't have a license or she doesn't drive. Either way, that was obvious very quickly. She ran out of gas like 4 times in a row. And she was just like, what do you mean they don't fill up the tank the whole way when you get like emergency gas?
Oh my God.
And the classic trucking simulator, you hit something too hard, and then like 45 minutes later, your truck shuts off from too much damage.
You're not supposed to speed.
That is, she just basically didn't really pay attention to the rules of the road at all. She drove really fast, smacked into a bunch of different stuff. It was entertaining all around. My Pebble Sona has the gem stuck in his eye, if you look at the picture on Twitter.
Does that represent the damage?
Yes.
In your heart?
Yes, sure, why not? It's all representing something, right? All right, so that's Bijou. Check her out. I love Bijou. She's my favorite.
She's the one I'm most curious about, because I'm not sure what her trajectory will be like, but that's the big thing, is like she said she doesn't want to do normal streams. She wants to focus on, like, if she's playing a game she's ever played before, she wants to do challenges. That was a big thing she emphasized.
Her and Shiori are the two that I'm currently looking forward to the most, to actually watching the most.
And there you go.
Excellent.
Are we ready to move along to Narissa Ravencroft?
Oh, that I am.
So Narissa, the demon of sound, the demon of soup, is the meme currently.
Yeah, good solid meme.
Yes. She is very tall. She's the tallest Hololive member now.
Yeah.
I believe, overall. Rip Sauna. Tis what it is. Pour one out. Yes, she is very, very tall. We now have the tallest and shortest in the same gen, which is cool because Bijou, as we stated, is 140 centimeters. She's potentially the shortest. It's
unless you want to argue with the Laplace crowd that Laplace is technically 139 if you cut her horns off.
Yeah.
Why would you cut her horns off? That's barbaric.
I know, right? She's a queen. She deserves better. All right. So Narissa, though, she is another goth mommy.
Mm-hmm.
People really, really like her a lot. I'm one of them. She has a fantastic voice.
God, does she?
Mm-hmm.
Her debut was really, really good. Her cover that she released with her debut was actually in English. She translated it herself, I believe.
Yeah, that was a big part of that.
This was the one that I got confused about.
Yeah, but it's all good now. Dead ass. That song by the Vocaloid producer. I always mispronounce it. Kikua?
I don't even know how to pronounce it.
I listened to that.
Kikua.
That's like the only Vocaloid producer I have albums on my iTunes for. I love the song she sung. I've gone out of my way to look up English versions, and hers is currently the best.
There you go.
That is very impressive.
This artist is very popular on Osu. So
Yeah.
I played it a lot. And these songs are...
Don't look up the lyrics.
they're very happy songs.
Yeah.
Until you read the lyrics.
Go man, go man.
Yeah, they're that kind of that style of song.
The song is so upbeat. Let me read the lyrics. Oh no.
I love it. I love that artist so much.
Yeah.
So back to Narissa. She's very focused on music. She is a musician. She has said that she has a bass and she's looking at buying a new one, but she should learn to play the one she has first.
God damn you.
Just in general, she's going to be very heavily into the music scene. She is a burb, which means we have a potential new Holotory because she is a raven.
Put on the uniform.
Yeah, she has a raven as well, Shadow.
She's our jailbird.
Yes, and she also, her fans are the jailbirds, which are very adorable, frankly. Yeah, I like her style altogether. I love her voice. She's so good. I watched her follow-up stream after her debut, and she cursed like a sailor, and that's...
Yeah, oh no.
God, that's the weight of my heart. I love her. I'd love her immediately. She is a big stand for all of Holotory as well, which makes sense because I think she's working her way right in there. And just in general, I really like this burb.
It'll be really interesting to see her future as the musician, to see what she's going to put out.
Yeah, she's already working very hard, obviously, with the cover she did put out. I'm really looking forward to more stuff from her. I really like Narissa a lot. I don't have an Oshi this gen because I like them so much.
Yeah.
Like they're all so fantastic.
And I feel like Narissa's a really good place to point out too. These are some of the best models we've ever gotten.
Oh, easily.
Like I thought all the others were great too. Narissa's she's turning her head more than I think she should be able to, and it looks good the whole time.
Yeah.
Like wowie zowie. Which makes
Very
sense.
well rigged.
Because I think we brought this up before. The model game is going to be very competitive from now on. Because we are seeing some indie VTubers come out with that's the best model I ever seen.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been said if they're on 2.0 or 3.0 as far as Live 2D is concerned. I would assume they're not on 3.0 yet. But I think that, like we've discussed in the past, Hololive is now moving towards 3.0. They're making progress there. So I assume that's, in the cards. Yeah. I don't think their animations are smooth enough to be in 3.0 yet, though. From what I've seen. But it's very obvious that these are really high effort models, as they frankly have to be. Hololive is the biggest in the game. We expect the best that they can put out, and they're gonna put out the best that they can. There's a reason Gen 3 took this long. They're not just gonna pick up random people anymore and be like, all right, guess what? Here's a guaranteed, however many thousand subscribers.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, as soon as they I was in within a couple days maybe of the reveal of their channels, they all had 100K subs. Most of them are right around 300K or over now. So
last I checked last night, they were all, I think the doggos were at over 300 and everyone else was just barely under.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I was checking just to see the videos Narissa had put out. She's already at 318.
Yeah, dogs are over 300. Bijou might be lagging a little behind. Last I looked, she was right under 300.
Every time I checked, because I guess we're all numbers people, Bijou and Shiori are consistently tied. Like, I look and they have the exact same number.
Well, that was something that, like, Bijou's debut, her numbers were significantly lower than Shiori's at first, but by the next day they had caught up, and that was because I think a lot of people on the East Coast especially were, and definitely in Europe at that point, had gone to bed already.
Yeah, like, holy fuck, Bijou. I was like, there's already like sleepies in my eyes. Like, I'm doing it for you.
Yeah,
I saw so many European bros. They're like, I gotta do it. It's 5 a.m., but I have to do it somehow.
Mad respect to the folks in Europe for that. That's dedication and very impressive.
I hope this isn't the time they stream every time, because this is going to be a gen I don't see a lot of.
No, I mean, like, here's the thing is, we're going to get to them in just 1 second, but I hope you like FuwaMoco then, because FuwaMoco mornings are a thing for a reason.
Oh boy.
Yes. They're like, it's 8 a.m. and I'm like, girl, it is 1 p.m.
Why is it shine?
I think it was like, actually, I think it might have been 3 p.m. when it was 8 a.m. for them or something like that. There's a big time difference. What with the fact that I assume they're in Japan. But anyways, Narissa. Final thoughts on Narissa before we move on to the doggos.
Can't wait till she and Kiara kiss.
Oh my God. Listen. Narissa, you're taking Mayoshi. I'm okay with it. But be nice to her. Treat her well.
Kiara, gentle.
Kiara,
very
treat
gentle.
her well.
That dress is very expensive.
Yeah, they've already been chatting and tweeting at each other, and it's very cute. They obviously those two are going to be incredibly tight. I feel like as soon as
I
they can
feel
get
like
together.
they're going to be like streaming together every day.
Yeah, like I foresee a good future for these two burbs.
Most of them so far have almost, like, within an hour of their debuts, have immediately just latched onto another member.
Yeah, Kaela and Bijou is definitely a strong pairing right now. I don't know, has she already got somebody she's picked out with, or?
I feel like I saw something, but I
She's
didn't
been
see
chatting with a
I didn't
bunch
see
of
as
folks.
many with her yet.
Yeah. And then FuwaMoco is definitely getting hit up by a bunch of different folks.
And they have no limits.
Yes. So let's move on to the doggos. We got Fuwawa and Mokoko Abiscard. And Mokoko, or it's going to be hard to keep talking.
Fuwawa. Come
their
on,
names.
talk about Fuwawa and Mokoko.
I like Mokoko a lot. I like Fuwawa a lot too, but Mokoko, whatever. I like her a lot. She's very, very Genki. And I like it. Anyways, they are 2,000-year-old guard doggos, demon guard dogs. They were put in prison for being annoying. And in an interesting twist, they are not just identical twins that aren't identical, but they are sharing an account.
They just like dishonest. Like, we share everything, an account. We split the profits. We share idol meetings. Everything gets split evenly.
There you go, right down the line. The thing about them is they're like four. So this generation basically has like 4.5 members.
Yeah,
because they've got a grouping of 2, which is
It's weird.
We're gonna approach a difficult topic here, I guess, for a second, which is this has been done one other time that I'm aware of.
You may be.
I have actually heard of, I believe, 2 groups that have done this before.
Oh, there's more.
But I was only aware of one of them.
This is very obviously aligned with a previous gimmick set of VTubers who did a similar twin setup. The dogs are currently the most subscribers, and that is definitely because the audience from the other twins went, "Oh fuck, thank God they're okay."
That is definitely a part of it.
To say the absolute least, you can't scroll in the comments section without people going, "You're just as beautiful as the day I lost you."
100%. And it's good that they ended up where they did because they are very entertaining. There's a lot of JP talent that is immediately just been like doggos.
Yeah.
You know, and that's obviously a thing anyways, because the Japanese side of Hololive just in general has a lot of dogs. They got Holo Canine
I
over there.
feel like that's why they went out of their way on purpose to make this design a little more kawaii. Because first of all, as we're going to say right now, the doggos are very bilingual. They can speak both languages. Quite a fair deal.
Even though they are technically on the EN side, it's very obvious that English is very likely not their first language.
Yes. No. All this to say is they were put in EN with the well-founded hopes that they find a good EN audience and maybe even be a bridge towards more Japanese talents, which Hololive always wants. But they likely made these designs more kawaii and cute, understanding that Japanese viewers and Japanese collabs are going to happen. Like, they're probably still scratching their head at how Gura took off so big in Japan, to the point that, like, we have fan subs the other way around for her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Surprisingly, that's not that uncommon. There's actually a lot of fan subs for different folks from the English side.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Which is awesome.
Because, you know, all you have to do is be a Japanese fan, go on the webpage and go, man, I love these girls. Who are those? So scroll like an inch, like, English?
But the JP side tends to like things on like the more cuter
Yes.
and more like role-playing side anyway.
Definitely.
And these two are...
Oh, my God.
They are pure sugar.
They're adorable.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Oh, my God. And, like, they adhere to the dog thing.
Yeah.
So good.
Full disclosure, I'm looking forward to future streams. Debut was a bit much for me, but I'm hoping that they find their audience and they get better. And I want to see what their collabs are like, because folks are going to be...
They're going to be knocking on the doors to collab.
I feel like they're going to have amazing collabs because these two are so fucking in sync and so, like,
they literally said, like, in their first follow-up stream, which was like 20 minutes because the game kept crashing, and then they were like, oops, then they, like, zetsu'd for like 20 more minutes, and then they were like, I guess we're going to end. Which is, you know, it's really hard to watch. It sucks so hard.
It's just definitely extremely sugary, and a lot when the first thing they do is they go, who's that?
Yeah.
Who is that? And then the other says, like, oh, don't worry, they friends. It's like, oh, golly.
They went hard into the role play.
They did
100%.
so hard. These two are taking the characters dead. I want them to get upset. Like, Shiori, like, stops doing the character. It's just like, yeah, guys, just do, like, it's like, what? Shiori, remember, you're an archivist. Yeah, I remember.
No, they love going bow, bow, bow. It's
Yeah.
very cute, and I love that, frankly. It does make my heart sing. I will not lie. But also, they're so deeply in sync that there were many times in their follow-up stream that they literally said the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
And sometimes they weren't saying words. They just literally made the same noise. So, like, these two have been together a lot, obviously. And also, they're both really happy about being dogs. They constantly bow about things. They like every other thing they say is a dog-based pun. Listen, I like them a lot. I really do. Right now, Bijou honestly is still my standout, but these two are right up there too. It sucks too because like Narissa's right up there too with me. I like Shiori a lot, but she scares me a little.
So,
and
like,
not in the fun way.
See, that's the good part.
That's my understanding. It's like
Been
that
down
means
that road.
It means me and Nick are like on the other sides. Like, I'm all the way over. Like, I want the psychopaths. Nick's like, I just want to be happy.
I don't want to be scared anymore. I just want to be happy.
I'm so tired of being scared. I don't want a girl who force feeds me bugs. I just want two nice girls who bark.
Oh, you two are real friendly. You guys come over here with me. You let the goth girls go over to those guys.
What do you mean? I think I believe it was Shiori that said one of her streaming goals was to just be happy.
Yeah, she strikes me as someone who hasn't been real happy.
Bitch, I'm past that. I'm with the dogs that are already happy.
They don't need to be fixed. They're fixing you.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, like, they've been around 2,000 years apparently, and you know what? They seem pretty content with things. Maybe they'll drop pranks on people. That's the worst they do, man.
Have you guys ever been sad before? One time we ran out of ice cream, but then we figured out how to get more, and that was really fun.
Goddamn right. You tell me how much ice cream you need. I'll set you up. Good dogs. I really do love the dogs a lot. I think they're great, and I can see a very bright future for them. I think collabs are going to be like you said, Cam. I think collabs for them are going to be something else.
I'm looking forward to the day that they do a collab with Corone.
Corona is going to be super nuts. So here's the thing. Now we're at the point where we got Holo Tori and we got a new member there. And now we've got 2 new members for Holo Canine.
Yeah,
so you got Corone, you got Polka, you've got Kayori, the coyote. Who am I forgetting? Oh yeah, Mio, the wolf. So that's Holo Canine right now.
Yeah.
And they just got buffed twice. They got 2 new members of Holo Canine.
Doggy God 2.
Doggy God 2.
With like 2 MCs backing up.
It'd be amazing. So I'm looking forward. I'm really looking forward to some of the stuff from them. I think.
And they've got big plans too. Like I know
20 trillion goals.
I'm sure it was like kind of a half a joke, but they did post a picture of all of their goals.
It was enormous. There was like 400 goals.
Yeah, it's just like a huge maze of things written all which ways.
Exactly. And if you dig, there's definitely some callbacks to some stuff, and there's some interesting pics in there.
Get 7 hours of sleep a night.
Good luck, dogs.
Be true to our instincts. The night of 1,000 feasts begin. Sink your fangs.
Their ultimate goal, though, as they said at the end, and they are sugar-coated donuts. You know, they're cotton candy dipped in maple syrup. Of creatures is what they are, and they're just like, our biggest goal though is to make everyone happy. And I was like, you don't have to try. I'm happy already, doggos. I'm just glad you're here.
The vibe they give me is like, there's a semi-viral song from a music producer I follow. The song is called Pink Fluffy Unicorns Dancing on Rainbows.
Yeah, that's not semi-viral.
And there's a segment where they go, all right, let's review the lyrics, and like all this other questions, like, and what color were the unicorns' manes? And this one person goes, smiles. And they just continue on because who cares? That's the vibe I get.
That's 100% what it is, too. Big fan over here.
They're the ones I'm most curious about, just because of the dual side.
That is the most interesting question, because right now they're on a tightrope between 2 sides. An audience they're hyper appealing to and the group they're a member of. Which side are they going to fall on? Who are they going to prefer collabing with? Because they have choices.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting, too, because in my mind, I'm looking forward to where FuwaMoco goes, but I'm looking forward to just being already where Bijou is.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. Like, Bijou seems like she knows exactly what she's doing.
Yes.
And, like, she's already really comfortable, and she in her first stream, she was like, we're digging a groove. We're getting right in it.
100%.
And, like, these dogs are just insane, and I love them, and I want to see where they go.
100%. Shiori and Bijou feel like the most, I already know what I'm doing, please come watch.
Yeah.
While the other 2 are like, we're going to figure it out.
Yeah. And again, Narissa is really speaking to me. I think that her design is really good, don't get me wrong, but also just her personality. Just from the first stream I watched of her, I was just like, God damn it, I really like her a lot. Like, she's just so good.
Yeah, I think this is the first generation of EN members where, while I have a favorite, there isn't any of them that stand out like lower than any of the other ones.
No, they're all very, very high quality. They know what they're doing. They're gonna do good. Again, I feel like I'm being mean by being like, Shiori doesn't speak to me personally that much, and like I respect the ever loving shit out of her, but like everybody else has like something I'm looking for, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's fair, because like I've been just as open about how I feel.
Yeah,
like that's just gonna be how debuts go.
Yeah,
There's
a lot of evolution yet to go.
Oh my god, these people. Remember when Fauna was really nice and kind of meek and a sweet mother?
I'm having trouble remembering any time Kiara wasn't some like potty-mouthed.
I mean, like you saw like any facade she have slowly shrivel away.
I mean, here's the thing: is like 3 years on, I guess. Like Callie went from me being like, I really don't like her, to me being like, fuck, she's like so impressive and so cool. Like the amount of evolution that you can see in a person in 3 years is astounding, especially whenever they're like really working hard and developing who they are and everything. And so like, I'm really looking forward to where a lot of these folks are going to be.
Watch, like, we fast forward a year from now, we turn on FuwaMoco and they're just both like, hey guys, welcome back. Just like all of it's gone.
Shiori's like pink now. And she's just like, guys, you fixed me. I'm all better.
I tell you what, I would take bets on her getting like a pink outfit at some point.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, there seems to be a little bit of a, pink and then black or black and then pink seems to be something that can happen very easily.
Meanwhile, at Genius Marketing Decisions, we have a girl who is tomboyish and quite dark in attire. What if we dress her as though she were not? I know those things. Let's say more conventionally attractive per our standards.
We have to see what happens.
And wait a minute.
I mean, Toa's new outfit. Anyway.
So, I didn't see a lot of the first collab. I saw like the first 20 minutes, some of the clips, and then that's where life continued to be life. I was impressed how much of the new girls I was able to see.
The main thing from the collab was the big quiz they did with Yago as the judge.
Yeah.
Even though it was a soundboard of Yago.
That was hilarious.
They were like, best girl is here, and then Yago was there.
Hello.
That soundboard they used. Yago sounded... I don't know what it was. Yago sounded so depressed.
I think that's just how Yago sounds now, dude. It's just his dreams are crushed.
We hired who? And she eats with what? Yeah, the dogs look good.
I just imagine like Yago at some point throws open a door and it's like the boardroom and there's like 15 people at a table and they all just go, and Yago's like, where did you find these freaks? We got a fucking talking rock? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, assuming we're in the canon verse where it's like, prisoners from the Christian hell.
That's it. Couldn't even get me Buddhist hell. You gotta be Christian hell. Okay.
What did they do? Okay, are they fucking funny? Okay, send them like a fucking like RTX.
All right, give him a stipend to get some animations made and get them out there. We gotta start making money.
I don't know. Fucking send her Google Drive. She can make a PowerPoint. I don't fucking care.
Just you get the power of Google Slides. Congratulations.
Powered by Google.
This quiz was pretty hilarious, though.
There were some really good moments.
Yeah, they were. It was all on lore for each person. They were supposed to guess like who the lore bit was from, and they got almost every single question wrong.
Well, the entire shtick was they had to all get it right, or they get it wrong as a group.
Yeah.
The meanest one where it's like,
call.
The meanest one was like, no, only Fuwa. It's like,
oh no. Also, it is really funny seeing because it's so thematically appropriate with Barbenheimer happening. Recently, where you've got like these two goth girls, and then you've got these a fucking crystal princess and two neon dogs, and they're all just hanging out. And they're just like, we're friends. Like, okay.
2 tickets to Barbie, please.
3 for Oppenheimer.
This.
No, here's what it is. It's 2 for Barbie, 2 for Oppenheimer. I can't decide. Bijou's in the middle, just like looking back and forth. Like, I don't know. So I just think that like their collab, again, I didn't watch a ton of it either. I watched some of the quiz and I was like, this is something else, all right.
This sure is a first collab.
I watched most of it. Enough to see the twins making many identical moves and sounds.
They're really good at that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. In general, though, we got some of the... They've all been talking. They've literally said that. They've all been on the Discord talking with other HoloLive members, too. Bijou specifically was just like, yeah, I talked to Bae before debut. She was really nice,
Damn straight.
Mm-hmm.
They've been getting, like, tweets and support and all kinds of stuff. And whenever they first, like, were announced and then suddenly their Twitter accounts are live and they're tweeting immediately, like, it was just, like, they've been interacting already for quite a while. You know that. They've said that. And so it's nice that they've already got like a built-in. Callie was doing I don't know what stream we're gonna watch tonight, guys, for the debut announcement stuff.
I watched like most of that stream that Callie was doing while waiting for it. It was just fucking funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god, her chat has her down. Like she went like, man, I can't wait to see whenever this Advent stuff comes out. Someone said, you just spoiled the gens. Like, it's in the fucking marketing. Shut up.
Oh my god. So yes, this has been a really fun reveal. This has been a ton of good stuff happening.
Yeah, I can't wait till the next one.
Yeah. Where's Gen 4? God damn it, HoloLive.
They don't give a shit about their fans.
Gen 7 is out by next week, I swear to Christ. All right. Let's talk about something that none of us sadly watched, I don't think. And this is like the fucking story is Anya has now gotten her 3D debut. Carlos, have you watched any of this?
I watched about 15 minutes of it.
I'm so fucking proud of you and happy right now. Cameron, have you watched any of this?
Working on it.
Okay. I haven't seen any of it.
Her 3D model looks great.
Yes, well, it was going to. Anya has a very distinctive design. She's so cute. Oh, wow, her sleeves are fantastic.
Oh,
okay,
my
good.
God.
I really do love Anya a lot. And, like, unfortunately, she's one of the people that always seems to get like, the short end of the stick. Her fucking 3D debut was, like, the day before Advent came out. That's so, like...
That
there's
really
so
sucks.
much going on. And, like... I really hope that her debut went really well. I need to go back and watch it, that's for sure. Carlos, would you like to tell us about what happened as far as you got to see?
Well, I skimmed bits and pieces of it for the most part. It was a lot of typical stuff, a lot of music, just showing things off. She got to show off her wall of guns in the back.
Oh,
she has like swords,
Modern ass firearms.
and then AKs, and things like that. But she actually
I saw a Barrett 50 cal.
Yeah, she actually had two anime voice actors that they had recordings that that they brought in to play for her debut, congratulating her and everything.
We had some the standard songs and dances and things too, I assume.
Yeah, it was a really good debut that I would like to go back and watch the whole thing of.
I'm going to actually make it a point to do that. Again, I really like Anya. I think that she gets the short end of the stick fairly frequently on things, unfortunately.
There's a little 3D Yago.
Amazing.
It's very uncanny.
It's a little uncomfortable, you're right. And just in general, though, I think we're all very happy that Anya got her 3D debut. She can run around with the crazy zombie and the big burb.
Yeah.
And just...
They should participate in a battle royale.
That would be interesting.
That would be very funny.
She is literally a sword, so... Anya is a kris, which is a knife. A big sword knife thing from Indonesia, so... Have you ever seen one before?
No.
They're like really like they've got like this jagged part that's really cool looking. I know they're significant culturally, if not religiously, there, but that's about the extent of my knowledge, unfortunately, on the Kris blade.
But yeah, she was speaking in multiple languages too for it. So
Yeah.
Well, that's surprising.
That's like the big thing for especially the Indonesian members.
Yeah. And Anya is known as having better Japanese than a lot of the Japanese members. She can read kanji, that kind of thing. And she uses a lot of colloquialisms in her speech and things like that. She's basically fully native when it comes to her Japanese language skill, apparently. And it's really obvious because at one point there was one of the girls did a collab, and then afterwards she was like, I didn't even know she could speak Indonesian. It was like that's how fluent she is with Japanese. So Anya's just a winner. She's just great all around.
And people were also saying that her debut quality was up there specifically because she had the benefit of being having access to the Japanese side of things more so than other members.
Yeah, I can believe that, just in general, frankly. Do we have any closing thoughts on Anya's 3D debut before we actually go and watch it sometime?
Work on the scheduling game managers.
Yes, Anya deserves everything we can give her. You know who else deserves great things is Luna. Luna has a new punk outfit. I really like it. She's got a cute little red necktie. She's got like a frilled, very short cut shirt that's like button down. She's got some heart-shaped glasses. She's got a little pink Lunite that she can hold in her arms. Her pants are unbuttoned. Just in general, it's a good look. Oh, she's got a sweet like varsity jacket kind of thing too. That's really cool.
Another in the lineup of like punk style things we seem to be getting. The super short shorts showing her belly, things like that.
Yeah, just in general being like very much streetwear fashion kind of thing. Very over the top, really cool designs. She's got like a leather garter that is like, God, that's something else, Luna. I'll give you that. Any other thoughts on her new outfit? I think it looks sick.
It looks
frankly.
good.
It's a big change from her usual style.
Yeah.
Very much so. She went from Candy Princess to Yes Ma'am. Like,
She's rebelling against herself.
that's understandable. Sometimes we got to try new things, But just in general, yeah, really good look.
So, yeah.
Would you like to tell us about the Summer Relay Karaoke?
I put this part here in the notes in the hopes that someone watched more of it than me.
Nope.
Shit ton of people watching. Every time I saw a stream, it was like 17,000 people watching. Like, oh, fuck. I didn't watch a single one.
So this was a relay of summer karaokes of all of the EN girls wearing their summer outfits, right?
Yes.
Bikinis.
Like, it was swapping between like a lot of random folk. Like, it could go from JP to EN, et cetera,
really?
et cetera.
That's cool. I
So,
love that
like-
it was integrated like that.
Yeah, so I've seen some clips come out from some people's individual karaoke stream, and apparently from like a larger 3D thing I wasn't even aware was occurring. Lots of dancing, Marine fell, oopsie-daisy.
Oh, no.
How compromising this position.
Oh, no.
I skimmed the 3D collab stream that they did.
Yeah. It's like, this is HoloLive Summer. If for some reason you didn't want to watch Advent, but you still wanted large content, this is the other huge thing happening, overshadowing other things going on.
Definitely.
Yeah, and this was something that they brought back, I believe.
Yeah, like it hadn't happened in a bit, is my understanding.
Because I think that YouTube was slapping them on the wrist a little too hard about the whole summer bikini thing.
Allow me to explain. You see, YouTube Kun Cherry Boy, as I believe Marine put it that way. But yes, they did bikini outfits forever ago, and then YouTube was like, fucking demonetized. And then they were like, "Aw," and they were no longer allowed to stream in their bikinis. Well, guess what? And that was Marine's response, I believe, was she was just like, YouTube Kun's a cherry boy. She was just like, you're a virgin. YouTube.
Virgin tube.
So, yes, there was a moratorium on bikinis, and now apparently this year they were like, fuck it, bring him back, and then everybody gets bikinis now.
They went hard with this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is by far the most lewd thing I have seen them put out.
Did you debut this week? No, you're getting a bikini. That's how this works. So, yeah, everybody. Gura and Mooms did a collab the other day. Bikinis. Like, they had T-shirts on over top of their bikinis, but still, they were rocking the beach wear, you know. So, they did this karaoke relay as well as a part of it. What else was going on with this?
So besides also that in the big 3D stream, we got a music video out of this that had some bizarre parts. Nicholas, I believe there's a good chance to get some raw reactions out of you, my man. So they did a big song. It's called Adventureholic, with a heart between these two phrases. So the general vibe of the music video is like, what if the Hololive girls had a night out in the town by the way the limo's being driven by A-chan in this hit music video.
Oh my god, it is.
Which is a very funny detail. But this is basically, what if we had a girls' night, but it was a saucy girls' night?
Oh god, the number of people I'm seeing. I got Toa, you got Crony, you got Rene, you got Okayu, you got Choco, Fauna, Marine. Who am I missing? Lami's in there, man. They all seem like they're having fun. They're in the back of a limo. They're sipping on champagne. Oh, wow, Toa.
This is 100% stick your hand in the HoloLive bag, grab some. It's like, okay, good ones.
You got Gen 1, you got Gen 2, you got Gen 3. Here's a couple of English folks, you know. Wow, Choco.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting the vibe. This is very sexualized.
Very. And,
yes.
And it's weird because they have a mix of like IRL videos.
Yes. There's also like parts where you get to see them, for lack of a better term, undressed.
Oh my.
Like you see outfit parts come off.
They're very, they're jumping around.
They're going for it.
They're laying on
They
the
are
bed.
going for it. But there's a part to this that became a little infamous.
Okay.
I would love to show it to you because it's the first thing I saw out of this music video out of context. So there's a part here where they're at a pool and they introduce the element of real humans who are dancing in the background. So like there are just real women, real normal people. Marine does a thing.
Oh no, Marine.
And then she, you know, emerges as a Tekken character.
Whoa. Okay.
And then she stands next to the other people who are still in their models of a normal variety. So now you have the Tekken character dancing with the whole.
Do you remember literally like 2 weeks ago when you were like, I want to see Clyde?
Yeah, I know. I screamed.
This is amazing. I need to see more of
And then
this.
just like, nope, oop, but that was weird.
Oh no, not kawaii enough. Beep. Back to regular Marine. Okay.
It was so weird.
Little conflicting art styles.
Yeah.
That was interesting though. I like the potential repercussions of this. Because Because this is 100% them gauging the audience to see what the reaction is.
Do you guys like Tekken Marine? Do you like her? Do you think she's cute?
To see if they're gonna do more realistic 3D models. I guarantee.
I'm gonna put my fucking goalpost in the ground now that I've tasted the forbidden candy. Please, no more. Draw the line here.
You don't want to see photorealistic fauna?
No, I really don't.
I mean, all you needed from this was she was one of the ones that you got to see literally. There's no other way to put this. She strips.
Yeah.
Like she literally just like takes her coat off.
I
And
mean,
a few people might have died from that, but that's what they were expecting.
Oh, I like that they show their butts right at the end. They just turn around, stick them out, like, look, we got butts.
Flash your fannies, ladies. Yeah.
This whole thing was hardcore. Them testing how far they could go.
There's some. Okay, all right, that's enough. I'm good. It's good. It's sexy. Keep it up. Whatever. Let's go.
Keep it up. Good choice of words, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm good at words. That's why I'm doing this.
So, all right, well, at least we don't have to talk about sexy things anymore. Marine put out a new music video called "Beautiful Girl, Innocent Pirates."
It's such a good fucking song.
Legit did not get around to this.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I'm learning this came out right now.
Every time Marine is just like, fuck it, fully animated 3D or fully animated 2D music video, and then it's fantastic. The song is amazing. What do we got on views already? 1.2 million 2 days ago. Like, it's a really fun song. It's really good. It's classic Marine poppy, but with some twists in there. Just like, it's good all around.
It's on par with her Treasure Box music video. It's significantly less lewd, but it still has that hint in it.
That Marine.
There's a throwback
smell.
or two to the. There's a couple throwbacks to like Unison and stuff. It's really good. It's a good video.
I'll have to hear it. I'm a very music oriented person.
Yeah, it's really good. I just every time Marine comes out with an original song, I'm just like, add it to the list. It's so fucking.
She
good.
goes surprisingly hard on the songs.
Dude, she puts so much effort in, and I just love it every time. Like Unison is still my favorite song from her, probably, but the new one's really, really good too. And like Treasure Box is just an amazing song in general. So, just Marine doesn't miss. She just doesn't. She knows what she's doing. She's really good at it. I love her confidence in general, but also like when it comes to this, she's just fantastic.
Yeah.
So Hololive has launched a new brand called Holozontal.
Holozontal. HLZNT. Oh.
Yeah, it's like horizontal, but also Hololive, so it's Holozontal.
God, good.
It's a new team that will be organizing tournaments, esports, and general gaming-related events.
Our tournaments kept doing very well, and our talents kept having to take time from the shit they normally do to plan them.
Yeah, exactly. Pakora's last tournament was like phenomenally successful. Hundreds of thousands of viewers. So, yes, this is going to be a big thing in the future. The first event will be a Valorant tournament held on August 3rd. That's before this podcast comes out. Team A will be Ayame, Choco, Toa, Nene, and Laplace. Team B will be Shion, Matsuri, Mel, Roboco, and Iroha. MCs, Fubuki and Botan. Makes a lot of sense. Those two are going to be great as MCs. Commentators, Hiromi, Tanafugi, and Kohal. I don't know who those two are. They are not Hololive talents, I can tell you that.
They are actual, real Japanese casters.
Okay, so they're going to be shoutcasting this, basically. And that should prove very successful, I imagine. I'm hoping for English coverage in the future. I think that would be fun. But just in general. This
And
looks pretty
actually, they've already had a practice round for this.
How'd it go?
It was today.
Oh,
Roboco destroyed them.
I wonder if things will go different.
That's one great robot. I like her a lot.
I saw the scores. She went like 45-7 or something.
Jesus. I did see some clips from this, actually, now that I think about it. Because Laplace ran into, who was it? She ran into Toa, and she's a giant Toa fan. Like, she cannot have real conversations with Toa because she has breakdowns. Because she's just like, I love you. I love you so much, Toa. You know, like, she just does that kind of shit. So it's always entertaining whenever they're together, especially when they're on a team and they're being competitive. So is there anything else we think that we can look forward to in Holozontal?
I'm looking forward to more games.
Me too.
It's nice that they'll have like a dedicated team to this. I'm assuming that means we may see regularly scheduled tournament
that's
type
right.
things.
We established this brand to organize Valorant tournaments once every 7 months.
There we go.
We're working very hard.
Mario Kart when?
Please look forward to future events.
It'd be great if they had like a Smash Bros. Tournament. They'd get DMCA'd by Nintendo like a motherfucker. Never mind.
It's never meant to be.
Gura and Mume did a voice challenge collaboration. Have we all done the test? You haven't yet, have you?
I haven't.
Okay.
I promise to do it at a future date.
Yes. There's a quiz out there that plays audio samples from either Gura or Mume, and you have to then select which one is the person that said it. Carlos, how'd you do?
I failed miserably.
You got a, what, 5 out of 10?
I got 5 out of 10.
I succeeded fairly well. I got a 9 out of 10 on mine.
I feel like I could do 9. I'm usually pretty good about voices, but
Yeah.
this is the pair to throw me off.
I am not a people person. This kind of stuff is horrible for me.
Yeah.
I'm good with people I like. So, and I like these two. So I did pretty good on this one. It's definitely a really fun, very well made fan game, first of all.
Yeah.
It's simple, but like very well executed.
And for the record, Gura and Mume also failed.
Yes.
They could not recognize their own voices 100%.
I saw they got like a 9 out of 10 at least once, though.
Yeah.
They did pretty.
That'd
They
be
worked
so
their way.
surreal. Imagine meeting another person and you couldn't tell with your own words who's who.
I mean, that's definitely it's also just a thing for people that talk professionally for a living.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're gonna say things and be like, "I never said that." Like that's just gonna happen. Like, there's been I've listened back while editing this podcast before and been like, "When did I say that? I don't remember that." So
Nick at 2 a.m. finishing the podcast episode. I'm not a good person.
that's me at 2 a.m. any day.
Real.
Gura had hand signs that didn't work for Mume. What does that mean?
She had literal signs with Gura and Mume.
Okay.
It was supposed to be for like the deciding like the answers for the quiz, except Mume they couldn't get Mume's to work, so Mume just shouted her answer while Gura used her signs. Gura's like, I spent 15 minutes making these. I'm using them.
The sunken cost fallacy strikes again. They also compared, get ready for this, belly buttons.
Wait, you're telling me 2 members of Snotcast would be inappropriate?
I don't think that's inappropriate, sir. And how dare you?
Let me pull forward the court document. Can I have a sip from your navel, ma'am?
Now we're getting there.
How much cheese can you fit in your belly button? You can use melted Velveeta cheese to make a mold of your belly button.
Now the question. Okay, no, that Gura said that definitely.
You don't even have to question who it was that was coming up with this.
I kind of do. Mume's not that sane either. Like, she goes a little unhinged.
Okay, they're different types of insane. Gura is like constantly trying to make things worse and be like, oh man, this would be real dumb and you'd be covered in boogers, you idiot. Mume is the one you figure out has been crazy the whole time, but passing.
Fair.
Like Gura's like chaos, Mume's like, oh, the trajectory has just been wrong the whole time.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, Gura's a car accident, Mume's a plane accident.
I can see that. It's the Fauna's very much the hey, stay out of my shed. Yeah. There's a throwback to fucking nerds.
Congratulations, nerds, you've been pandered to.
If you know, you know. Anyway, Fauna done a prank call. How'd this go?
No, they prank called Fauna.
Oh God, no.
They were like, all right.
First of all, Mume's really good at things like this, and second of all, Gura's really good at things like this.
Unfortunately, this did not go well for them. Fauna was not a good person for them to call.
No.
Because it is a well-established fact that Fauna loves Gura a lot.
True.
Their plan was to prank call someone and try to trick them into not knowing who was who. And they looked who was online, and they're like, well, I guess we can do Fauna right now. And they call Fauna, and Fauna is just, like, super confused at what's going on. It's like, I know that's you, Gura.
What are you doing?
No, this isn't Gura. It's you, Gura.
And Fauna's just like, it works better if you don't exclusively say one side of quotes or the other. You have to mix them up a little. And they just kind of gave up after a while.
That's so funny.
Failure. I love it. They also smelled or discussed smelling toe jam.
Yeah.
I've never personally done such a thing, but more power to you gals.
No, they got into some real
Snotcast.
some real interesting conversations.
Good God.
That was when they started into the whole who's more likely to do this questions.
Oh no. Oh no.
They are both troll demons, and on some level at least. And finally, one of the big discussion pieces, this is a clip I actually saw, is they discussed how long they've gone without showering. Gentlemen, I say we each have our own number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. Are we talking about, like, are we excluding camping from this discussion?
How long have you gone without showering, Chief?
Well, that's actually what Mume's point was in this, was camping was her longest point.
Easily.
Yeah. Camping is always the reason why I've camped.
At least 5 days on camping, yeah.
Yeah.
5 days.
Yeah. I mean, just, like, bumming around at home. When I was a teenager, I definitely went, like, up to 3 or 4 days.
Oh, there were some gross summers.
Yeah.
Back in the... Strangely enough, the smelliest I've ever been has also been the most Homestuck I ever consumed. Wonder if there's a correlation.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you, sir. But yeah, no, I've gone probably 5 days is my maximum. Gura's apparently done a week. Mume's done 5 days.
Honestly, low numbers for Gura.
Yeah, it's a little surprising, frankly.
She's not Chloe.
Truth. But yeah, this was just one of those golden collabs. Everybody loves when these two are out and about at all, but whenever they get together, they don't get together very often.
Yeah.
So it's nice when we get to have that, you know?
Yeah.
Now, this was not an off collab, was it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, because we're still waiting for that. They're the only pair that has never actually met in real life.
At least,
I feel like this was actually a reaction to that. Whenever they missed each other in Japan, and they're like, people
Yeah.
are gonna think we hate each other. Let's collab. Like,
Yeah.
so, just in general, like, really fun though. Any other points we want to make about it? Any things we want to bring up?
Moomin.
Oh, I would like to say that there was a really funny thing posted today on the subreddit. That was there are 2 kinds of stream announcements. Narissa posted hers, and she was just like, today at 5 o'clock I'll be streaming this. You guys should stop by. I think we'll have a really good time. And then Gura's was the next one, and it just said soon goom and moom. It was like, yes. So we've got 2 very different styles of announcement there. That's for sure. All right, let's move on. Altair and the Tempus boys are starting a podcast, the National Tempus Radio. I saw this actually.
Yeah, NTR.
NTR. Yeah, what a great title.
I only got to saw a little bit of it. Again, I wanted to make a point to watch more stuff, but it appears as though I've been very busy. So yeah, it's Altair and the other boys from Hollow Stars who are currently around.
Yeah, let's not worry too much about that.
Few. Yeah, so as far as I can tell, the first episode's mostly them talking about food. I got like 5 minutes in. It was like them talking about peanut butter and like what their favorite type of peanut butter was. And one guy was like, crunchy. And then like arguments.
Sounds good.
So let's start here. I prefer crunchy peanut butter. Please discuss.
Creamy. But there are days when a crunchy is needed.
You're the first person not violently attack me. I'm safe.
I'm going to be honest. I've never had crunchy before.
There's not a strong reason to. Imagine your peanut butter, but it's not finished.
Yeah. So here's the thing, though, is like I just keep peanuts and creamy peanut butter in my house. And if I'm just like, I crunch it up a little bit today, I'll just throw some peanuts in there.
I find like the entire peanut butter constitution is different if ever. It's like, it's less oily whenever it's crunchy peanut butter, which draws me in because I don't like oily textures very much in my food.
Let's see.
Nothing against creamy.
I actually buy like the natural creamy.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
All right. First of all, I'm a Jif guy.
Yeah, I could side with Jif.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So we're Jif folks here. This is a Jif household.
We're branded.
Apparently, Jif, reach out. We'll add. It's
we'll
fine.
work around you, Jif.
And I don't know. I just what I've always had, and I also really like it. But I buy the natural, so it's even oilier. So it's like you open it up and you have to stir it to get the oil back into it, and then like you smear it, and like it doesn't. It could be like freezing cold. It's still gonna smear perfect.
Oh,
it's so good.
I bought like it was like some sort of like almond butter or something. I was like, oh man, I want to try it, and I kept it in the cupboard. I came back to it, and it was like almond butter and oils, like an inch of oils.
You just get back in there with a spoon. And you stir that shit up.
They are no longer friends. They don't speak with each other, and they weren't good on the sandwich. And
You
I
just
threw that
need
shit
an
away.
immersion blender. Just
I have an immersion blender that didn't work either.
wow, that's really separate.
Well, hey, that's in a similar vein of pulp juice.
Yeah.
I like juice with pulp too.
Oh man, I was about to be like, is that like shark juice? Like, what's going on here?
So listen,
All right.
NTR, I liked the vibes.
No, don't dodge the fucking question. Pulp or no?
I'm sorry, I was getting back to the subject, but I do like pulp. I can fuck with pulp.
I love pulp. Give me the pulpiest fucking. Just give me an orange and put it in a glass and walk away.
There are 2 types of people: the people who like drinks and the people who like a little extra texture. And these are never the same people.
juice with pulp is just like a smoothie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a little bit of pulp. Like, I don't want my whole adventure of the orange juice being new and exciting little bits of tissue paper. But I love pulp. Pulp's good. Pulp is a reminder of where we're coming from in a world of artifice where this orange juice was squirted out of a steel udder into a plastic fucking bottle shipped across the world because commerce now conquers even every single individual fruit. At least there's pulp in it.
Let me say this, too. If you don't like pulp, I don't hate you. I'm not mad at you. I'm not a fucking asshole. Like, but work on yourself. Come on.
Chicken coward.
No, seriously. I mean, like, enjoy what you enjoy. Who fucking cares, you know? And you know what I enjoy? Machina x Flayon.
Yeah.
And his continuing trend of weird streams. Now I brought it back around. All right.
This was a weird one.
Stop.
All right. Are we in agreement? Carlos takes the lead here?
Yeah, go lead on, buddy.
It's all you, bud.
He didn't dance around this. I only skimmed this stream a little bit too. I opened his stream to see what it was. It's like, okay, skip his 3-minute intro. All right, skip the intro, and immediately first thing he says, all right, let's get to it. Straps on, period simulator. Like physically on his body.
Oh, so he's got one of those like electropad things.
Yeah.
Oh, those aren't great. I hear. I mean, it basically gives you a giant cramp right in your.
Yeah, and that wasn't enough though. So.
It's literally electric pads you stick on your body.
I know, but what do you mean it's not enough?
Okay.
Oh no, that's not enough. That's not enough content. That's just the initial concept. This was a karaoke stream.
Please tell me he rigged it up to randomly like turn on and off or something, because that would be like top tier content right there.
He was struggling. That's all I could tell. Because he started off, it went through 1, started off at level 1 and went all the way to 10.
What do you mean?
Oh my god.
And by the end of the stream, he was at level 10. Still attempting to do karaoke.
Trying not to cry.
Team, exfiltrate on site. There's a level 10 period on the loose.
Oh god.
Pads at the ready, boys.
Get your cups up. That sounds like a fucking ridiculous ass stream.
Oh yeah.
I've never watched Machina x Flayon, but now I feel like I have to. I have to check this out at least a little bit.
Well, he's the one that also started the Trouble Days streams.
Oh my god.
So
I've changed my mind.
You
I must avoid him at all costs. No, I mean, that's great, honestly. That sounds like some, again, top tier content. And I just feel like we all learned something.
Yeah, we all became closer.
He
friends.
definitely learned something.
What women go through every single day.
God.
They have them every day, right?
A few days a month. Like, come on.
Like most of the days of the month, or is it like a day it stops?
At least, I probably like 12.
Like
I
Sundays,
don't know.
right?
Every Sunday.
Gathering of girls underneath a table eating their brunch. I can't wait till Sunday.
Why would they be excited for it? Every
when it
one of them.
stops.
Oh, okay. That's when it stops.
Yeah, that's when it stops.
Oh, it's just.
And the other days are eternal torture. Level 10 periods.
Oh my god. I would like to apologize on behalf of men.
Perhaps on behalf of all Kenkind, we are so sorry.
Oh god. I haven't gotten to see the movie yet. I want to.
It's Ryan Gosling. He's just like me, for real, for real.
Sure. All right. We've reached the point of the podcast where I am going to now discuss Otakon and the events therein. We started by having a lovely lunch now. Okay. We got down to DC. Carlos and I drove separately. I drove by myself because I waited until I was out of work and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Drove down, we'll say 5-hour drive, thereabouts, yeah. Mm-hmm. So not the worst thing in the world, but I've had better drives in my life.
I had a carload of people to talk to.
Yeah. I had a bunch of podcasts to listen to, including this one. And so I was going insane while listening to my own voice.
Yeah, just drive. Shut up, Nick.
Yes.
Nick, shut the fuck up.
What kind of asshole makes a point like that?
Nick, shut up. Cameron, shut up. Carlos, why? You were the good one.
It's like I'm here with my friends. So yeah, I listened. Realistically, I listened to Trash Taste and a few other things on my way down. I like podcasts; they make me happy. You might be able to tell that.
I like podcasts, yeah.
So got down there, parked up, got to the hotel. Basically, it was the first night when I had to leave the hotel room, right?
Yeah.
So we get to like midnight. I'm tired. I go to bed. I have a tooth that needs a root canal right now.
Yes.
I've been struggling with it. It hasn't had an infection as well that I've been taking antibiotics for. I'm doing a lot better than I was. But it hurt like a motherfucker that first night. Like, I went to bed at midnight and I woke up at 1 because my entire face hurt. And I was like, this cannot stand. But I know the secret to dealing with tooth pain. It's called whiskey. And like, that sounds like a cop out. Just, get drunk, you won't feel it. No, like the whiskey actually numbs the pain from the infection. If you'll ask me how I know this, I had a tooth infection years ago and whiskey saved my life that time. So I went to the bar in the hotel. It's closed. It's like 1:10 in the morning or something. And I'm like, I can't go back and just try and sleep this off. It's not going to work. My mouth is on fire and my head hurts. I walk down the street like a block and a half and I find a bar that is open. Go in, get a Maker's Mark and just sip it and just sit there. And I got a couple looks because I'm sitting there in like workout shorts and a blank t-shirt because I was asleep. But like nobody really questions me. Nobody, like, I just like have my head down over this glass. I'm swishing whiskey in my mouth between my teeth. Eventually I finish my glass and I get back to the hotel. It's numb enough that I can get back to sleep. Not a great start to the convention, I believe.
Yeah, starting with like literal Civil War doctory.
Yes. Thankfully, the antibiotics were working a lot better the next day, and I had some ibuprofen. I just down the hatch, So, second day started off pretty good. We woke up late because we went to bed late. That is the life that we lead. Got over to the convention center, went to a panel about sumo wrestling. Mm-hmm. Did you like the sumo wrestling panel?
It was good.
It was really entertaining. I'm much more interested in sumo wrestling now than I ever have been in the past. Really fun to watch. Very high impact, very high energy sport. The bouts usually last less than a minute, but they're very intense. Really cool stuff to watch. Learned a lot. After that, we basically went and wandered the dealer hall for several hours. The dealer hall is enormous at Otakon. Picture, there it is. If you're watching the video. If you're not watching the video, I have no idea how to describe this. Several football fields. It's enormous. We wandered it for 5 hours, 4 hours, something like that, right? Mm-hmm. Eventually, we got some food. We had some Caribbean food for lunch in the convention center. They give you a ton of food. It's surprisingly good. So the cost is high, but it's DC. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Still the cheapest meal I had, I think.
Yeah.
The sad thing.
At like $20. Yeah.
Dinner. What did we have for dinner? That was we went to the. I don't want to name the restaurant because I didn't have a great experience there, if I'm honest. But it was down the street from the convention center. I had a falafel sandwich. The sandwich was delicious. The service left a lot to be desired. But.
We went there last year. Same thing. Food's great. Service is that they expect you to stay there for hours. Yeah. It seems
it's a bookstore /
I get you. Yep. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So they're like, there's no rush, right? And we're just like, no, we want to go back to the convention we paid a lot of money to be here for. We get back. Well, did we go to any panels? We went to some 18+ panels that night. One of them was really good. One of them was really bad. But what are you gonna do? It's a crapshoot. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you lose when you gamble on.
It was great watching hentai from the 70s.
Oh my god, yeah. The one panel we went to that was really great was just basically like the first 50 hentai, and like, first of all, super interesting to see how that evolved. Second of all, just like actually really informative and interesting. The other panel we went to was very informative but boring. And then they showed and then they were like, every 10 minutes, they were like, we've now told you about a bunch of history you don't care about. Here's a picture of some butts.
Was this the history of butts?
Basically.
I gotcha.
That was literally what the title of it was. It was like Japan's greatest asses or something. Long story short, we had a bad panel. We were like, we had a good panel. That was it,
The convention experience.
Yep. I went to 2 panels, a great one and a terrible one at my con.
Yes, that's exactly how it goes. Second day, very much the same. I don't even think we went to any panels in the morning, did we?
The AMV contest.
We went to the AMV contest. I always love the AMV contest. There were some weird entries this year, but there was also some really, really good ones.
What's the one that you think stood out to me when you sent me the list?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The double take one.
Yeah, the one with The one that was Mob Psycho that had the band I know.
Oh no, that one stood out in a different way. That one was really good. The best one of the show was easily called, I think it was called Double Take. It had a really brilliant concept, and the execution was fantastic. Basically, the concept is characters that are from different anime, but they look similar. And so the entire AMV is just mashing up different people together from different shows into the same scene that look the same. And it sounds really silly, but like it's done so well.
I know what you mean.
Just a fantastically executed thing. I recommend it. Just check it out if you can. Carlos and I always go to the AMV contests. We both really enjoy them. So
the first time I was ever at an AMV contest after years of going to cons is Boston with Nick.
Yeah, I like them a lot. After that, again, more shopping montage and all that.
Yeah, boo-doo-doo.
Couple more panels, 18 plus stuff, always good. I always have a really good time. That's one of the reasons I go to conventions is just 18 plus panels. I think they're hilarious most of the time.
Yeah.
If done well. We went to a Manly Battleships panel. I always love Manly Battleships. They put on really good panels. They're at a lot of different conventions. Okay. Sunday, we were told that on, I believe, Friday, that
Friday dealer hall.
yes, we went to a few different places in the dealer hall. There were 2 booths dedicated to VTuber agencies.
Okay.
Okay. The first one, and the one that is most important to us specifically,
Okay.
was Phase Connect.
Okay.
Phase Connect had a booth there. They had talent calling in. And Utica, who we know, we've discussed in the past, she had a very important stream where she spit into a bottle for a while.
Oh, God.
This is Utica. She's also a very talented singer and a wonderful violinist. Legitimately, I think she's really great. And I got to talk to her.
By the way,
wow.
before we move on from her, I checked out her channel here last night. I believe it's either today or tomorrow. She's doing a Celeste playthrough.
Oh.
I love her. Update. Now love. I walked up to her. We waited in line.
Yeah.
And when I got there, I didn't really know what to say. So I was like, hey, you're the Spit Bear, right? And she would like laughed and she was just like, I guess it's better than being a P-tuber, huh? And so I was like, yeah, it's been a weird couple of weeks, hasn't it? And I was just like, and she's like, I was like, I know you do other things. That my buddy over there, we were talking, and like he showed me the spitting in a bottle video and stuff, but he also like we mentioned because we chatted on the podcast about it, and I said that I was like, we definitely also mentioned like you do violin stuff, and she's just like, oh, okay, well that's good. Yeah, I do more than spitting.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, I know.
That's good.
And I was like, I need to check out more of your stuff. I really do, and I will, and all that. We got a picture together. I'll put it up on the screen if you're watching the video. And yes, so I got to meet her. It was really cool. She was very friendly.
She sounds like a peach.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, apparently Pippa was there too at certain points, and we missed her every time.
Yeah, we managed to miss Pippa. We really did want to talk to Pippa. I know I did personally. I think that would have been something else, dude. She cracks me up.
I don't think I'd be able to recover from Pippa's first like reaction to me. Like she just sees you and just says something that you'll never wash out of your head.
I know, right? It's just gonna hit like really, really hard, and it might hurt a little bit. We would have to depend. But
yeah, like you walk up and Pippa just goes like, "Did your mom help you with your ponytail?"
yeah, right. Like, I just wish that like if I ever met Pippa, like I know that she's not this mean, but I wish she'd be like, "You gonna lose some weight or something?" I'd be like, because I have the perfect comeback for that, which is at least I got bigger tits than you. Just dumb shit like that. But no, that's like banter. Like Pippa's 99% banter.
It's bants.
Like she's really funny, and just in general, I think that Pippa's the biggest name at Phase Connect for a reason. She's got a huge personality, and like she cracks me up. The other person with a huge personality, another VTuber that I got to meet. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, before we move away from Utica, Carlos was going to talk to her. Like he was next in line, and then the guy behind him just like walked past. Like I had Carlos take the picture, and then the guy behind Carlos just walked up and started talking, and Carlos was like, "All right."
I know Carlos 100%. No visible disappointment. Just like, Yeah, we should get going.
And like,
This guy was so overbearingly excited to talk to her that he was just going. And I'm like, you know what? You've just kind of like killed my will that I had built up to walk up here. I'm just gonna go.
it's already difficult to approach somebody that's
Oh my God.
got they're a personality, they're known. You know, like going up and talking to them in general. I had no idea what I was going to say to Utica. I was like, I'm going to call her a spit bear. I got that much, you know. And sorry, I shouldn't have done that if you're watching Utica. But I couldn't not. My brain went the way that it did. But yes, it's really weird to go up and talk to folks because I didn't know what to say. I was just like, you're a VTuber. I think you're neat. You know, what am I going to do?
Welcome to the vibe. Welcome to the vibe. That's how it feels.
Yeah. But, you know, I'm proud of the fact that I at least got to do that much. And it was fun talking to her. I'm sorry Carlos didn't get the chance to. But
Maybe next year.
You're just
Maybe
not as
next
cool as us.
Yeah, well, I'm cooler than you because I also talked to Buff Pup.
Yeah.
So
Pup.
Buff Pup is a fairly, as far as I know, she's really popular.
Yeah, I've seen her around.
Yeah, like
She
I've
does-
heard of her.
She does collabs with like non-VTubers.
Yeah.
Yeah, she like collabed with like Rubber Ross a bunch of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So we're walking down the one convention hall, and Carlos is like, huh. And I'm like, what? And he points over. I'm just like, holy shit, it's Buff Pup. So, yes, I don't remember what her company is that she is with was called. It's like NVA or something. And I can't find it right now. I've been looking. But she was really cool to talk to. I was like, Carlos, get the camera ready, you know.
Mom, get the camera.
So I walk up to Buff Pup, and I'm just like, hey, you're Buff Pup, right? And she's like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, that's cool. I haven't really watched you, but like I've heard of you. So real quick, like how many times you go to the, or like how much time you spend at the gym
Yeah.
to keep a physique like that? And she's like, oh, 4 to 5 times a week at least.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that makes a lot of
Good
sense.
number. Good number.
I mean, yeah, there was a little bit of chit chat, but not much. I had no idea what to say to Buff.
Yeah, like, buff, aren't you, huh, pup?
Yeah, like what do you say? Again, it's one of those things. So I was just like, we made like, you know, a little bit of chit chat, and then I was like, hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't watched anything, but I've heard your name, I've seen your face. Like, you seem really cool. I'll check you out whenever I get home. But like, what kind of streams do you generally do? And she's like, oh, I'm 100% like a just chatting streamer.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
to just hang around and chat with people. I was like, oh, that's really cool. That's probably some really fun content, you know. So I got to talk to her for about, you know, a minute, maybe
Yeah.
a minute and a half. And I was like, all right, cool. Is it okay if I take a picture with you? Picture for the video people. So yes, I got to meet Buff Pup and talk to her. Again, I didn't know what to say, but
Yeah.
it was cool. It was a fun experience. Again, I wish I'd gotten to talk to Pippa. We did get some new pieces of set here.
Yeah. Like, we got some small
Oh,
things
thank
over
you,
here.
Sonic. I appreciate you leaving.
Thank you, Sonic.
So I got this adorable little Pippa. It's a little acrylic stand Pippa.
I got the one in black. It's at home because I didn't want to put two identical ones here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. I don't mind either way. Again, we got the Utica standee, which is really cute, and we got Carlos got the Chiba. The
Chibi Pippa.
Chibi Pippa.
With their little water gun.
They made her small.
Yes, she's very cute. I got this Hoshimachi Suisei acrylic standee from a group called Oimo Buster that were in the Artist Alley. Really good work.
Awesome.
I got this little art print here from a group called Studio Nikomata. They were really cool. They were in the dealer hall.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I got this Aqua pop-up parade. I got the Mio pop-up parade from the dealer hall, and I got this Aqua, what are they called? Relax time figure.
Oh, that's one of the relaxed times.
Yes, that's why she's a little different.
Yeah.
We've got a Gura standee that Carlos picked up in the Artist Alley, and I don't know if we know the people that you got that from, but they had a ton of Gura stuff. This was very cute with the little pink cardigan.
They had a lot of really neat stuff. Gura had they had the most of Gura's stuff.
You summoned him. Yes, they had a ton of Gura stuff. Speaking of, I don't know if we ever pointed this out, the Sora pop-up parade and the Gura pop-up parade I actually brought back from Japan with me.
Yeah.
Along with most of the other stuff up here, frankly. The two council acrylic standees, the pixel art ones Cameron got.
Those were purchased by me.
Yes.
And we have this little tiny thing too.
Yes. Carlos was approached by a man while we were waiting for a panel. And he just, because Carlos was wearing his taco shirt,
Yeah.
the man just walked up and said, here you go. He had a bag of them. And he was just giving them to anybody with a taco or Ina stuff.
Yeah, like I would have got one if I was there.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I wore my Ina shirt on Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good idea. I wasn't going to wear my Kiara hoodie because it was 100 degrees in the shade in DC for the weekend of Otakon. Yes, there was a few other things I got. I got a shirt from Studio Nekomata. It's in the other room. And there's a few other little things here and there.
Yeah.
Carlos, do you have your little fauna?
It's off camera somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's
he got a
somewhere
little fauna keychain that's
in the grand
acrylic.
distance.
I got a little Kiara keychain that's acrylic.
That's
It's
very cute.
I got that.
These are from Oimo Buster as well.
I got the casual fauna with glasses.
Yes. And Cameron
Yeah.
got a little bay with her sweater.
Oh, she's in strawberry format.
Yes, very, very cute. So Cameron got that. You just didn't know till now.
You want to check it out, Sonic? Yeah, it's a
cat.
rat. That's right. You like those, don't you? You stupid fucking
Now,
cat.
coming back to Phase Connect real quick. We seem to have an elephant in the room that we have not talked about.
That's a very rude way to refer to me. I am trying.
You're doing great, bud. Phase Connect had the booth there. Again, we didn't get to talk to Pippa, Sag. They also had a full size, I don't know, it was like 3 feet tall, so probably, Pippa cutout there. And at the end of the weekend, they auctioned it off, along with all the other standees that they had, full size.
Mm-hmm.
We tried so hard to get this fucking Pippa. We really did. We had like a soft cap, and then we had a hard cap, and then we had the cap we actually went to.
Oh,
Do you want to talk numbers?
yeah, numbers are funny.
All right. So
The auction starts at $200.
Reasonable. I get it.
Yeah.
the thing is, we were kind of disappointed in this because we went on Friday, and I think it was you asked them, hey, how much for the Pippa cutout? And they
Yeah.
said, hey, well, we're auctioning them off on Sunday at the end of the day. So we came back Saturday, and it's like, hey, how's this going to work? And they inform us, go to the Phase Connect Discord.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because they were auctioning it off through the Discord.
Which is super disappointing. It ended up not being that big of a deal anyway. There was hardly anybody there for the auction, honestly.
No.
But so we go there. It's supposed to be from noon to 2:30. We open up the Discord.
Again, the dealer hall closes at 3 on Sunday.
Yeah.
So there's like a half hour after it's done to settle up, pay your bill, take your cutout, and get the fuck out of the convention. So
So we get in. They send us a link to another Discord that they're using just for the auction. So we go in. Bidding starts a few minutes late, but it starts, and immediately, I think Pippa was the only one that actually got any bids at the beginning.
Tenma did too. It was Pippa, Tenma, and there were like 4 other girls. So yes, the bid starts at 200.
Yeah.
Immediately, I'm like 200. Another guy pops in 250. It's $50 increments.
Oh boy. Okay.
I'm like, all right, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500. That was the cap.
Yeah, that's a good cap.
Yeah, we're like, the two of us go together. It's 250 each. That's money. That's not nothing. That's fucking money.
Yeah.
But we can sleep. I can sleep at night. Because we got the Pippa. We did not get the Pippa. Spoiler.
We got pipped out of this one.
We got pipped hard. Real hard. So, it's all quiet. This is like 5 minutes after it starts. We're at $500 already, and like a lot of people in the chat are just like, I'm out.
I thought this would be $35.
Yeah. And then like in the chat, they're also like, by the way, shipping's like $150 to $200.
What do you mean shipping? It's here.
I know. So I walked over and asked them, and I was like, we can just take it if we win, right? I pay you we swipe the card, I take it and go. And they're like, oh yeah, that's fine. We don't care. But if we have to ship it to somebody that isn't here, it's $150 to $250. Okay. It's all quiet. There's no bids for the next 2 hours. 5, maybe 10 minutes until the auction's over. Some guy pops in. Same guy that I was fighting with earlier. 550. This time Carlos is the one bidding. Comes back at 600.
Got done talking with the wife.
Well, Carlos at one point was just like, I'll go to 700. I was just like, you're paying that then.
Yeah.
I can't.
So this guy gives up, and another guy comes in.
New man.
650. Carlos immediately 700. The other guy comes back again, 750. I'm like, that's it. And Carlos is like, fuck that, 800. I've never seen Carlos do this ever for anything at any point. He's like, they're not winning. I am. And like, guy comes back again, 850. Carlos 900. I'm literally at this point like, Carlos, please stop. We can't do this.
Carlos, do you want a scoreboard?
Carlos,
or a fucking camera?
Carlos types 1,000 and waits.
Who's money?
I at this point I'm like, don't do that, and he's like, I'm winning this. And I'm at the time I was fucking depressed about this, but now I'm so goddamn happy this happened because we were fucking ourselves so hard over this, and the next bid was 1,100.
Oh.
And it was like at the buzzer, and Carlos just goes, nope.
Nope. That is an appliance. That's if my dishwasher breaks, I'm good.
Yes.
Space.
So here, I don't just do these things completely without any planning at all.
No, you are a normal human.
So before any of this began, I was keeping an eye on the other members too. I was looking at the bidding on them, and there were like 3 other members that had no bids at all. And after this, I had already picked out one that's like, you know what? Or I picked out 2, where I'm like, you know what? If our bidding doesn't go super high, maybe we could get a second one, or whatever. It's a backup plan.
Yeah.
And as soon as this happens, it's like less than a minute before the bidding ends when this guy does this. I immediately go to my second choice and put a bottom bid of 200 in.
Just kicks it off right then. So there was one other cutout, like I said, that I would have wanted. It was Tenma. I think she went for 350, I think. Still, not bad.
See,
in the grand scheme.
My thought behind this was the only Phase Connect members I am familiar with are Pippa and Uruka. There was no Uruka cut out.
Yes.
So my thought process behind it was it's either Pippa or I'm taking one that nobody else is going to miss, because I don't know who any of them else are. If somebody else actually knows who they are and puts a bid in, I'm not going to cut them over it.
Yeah, that's a good thought.
It's very fair. I still would have gone for Tenma personally. I would have put her up to 500, but that's a different thing. I like her. She's always drunk and funny. So, who did we end up with, Carlos?
I have no idea.
I have some idea, and I will elucidate after we reveal the face.
How long has that been there?
The whole time.
The fuck?
I know you didn't suspect a thing. This is our new co-host. Her name is Kooky Nikki.
Hi, Cookie.
She...
Jesus.
Oh, okay. Let's do it this way.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's go through all of Phase Connect very quickly. So, Phase Connect Origins has 7 members. They're the original 7 members of Phase Connect. There's Leah, Utatane, Pipkin Pippa, Tenma, Hakushka, Uruka, and Michiru. Okay? Mm-hmm. None of those are her.
I've noticed.
Okay.
Yes.
Then you got Gen 2, which is Alias. That's Remilia, Irie, Sheena, Rie, Machina, and Panko.
Okay.
Panko, by the way, is Italian, and she's very funny. She's an Italian red panda. Have you ever... None of those are her.
Still not her.
No.
Okay. There's one more generation that came out on May 27th of this year.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
You got Ember,
Okay.
Dizzy,
Okay.
and Jelly.
I am so concerned.
None of those are her.
Who is she?
We bought this cutout not knowing anything because it was like minimum bid, take it. Okay, cool.
No bid at all. I like her design. It's the least embarrassing to carry 15 minutes up the road through the middle of DC to put in my car.
She does have a really cool sword. This is their manager.
Oh my god! You bought an HM basically.
Yeah, we bought HM. So this is not actually a VTuber. This is just a representation of the manager for Phase Connect.
Perfect.
Finally, our Omega cutout.
So we have a manager now.
That's our
cool.
manager.
So welcome to the podcast, Nikki. however we say your name.
This is so fucked.
Could you be our manager too?
What the?
We promise we're easier.
We didn't even get a VTuber. We got a fucking manager. We fucked this up 8 different ways. And I just like, we had to carry her like halfway through DC in 100-degree heat.
Record
To
breaking.
stuff her in the back of Carlos's car until I could go get my car, and then we had to like hot swap her over to my car while I had my blinkers on in the middle of the fucking road.
I know you guys fucking said that like one person saw you and honked and it was cute. Imagine if someone rolled down their fucking window and said, "Who's that?" And you said, "I don't know."
I don't know, but she's pretty. I like her. Like,
We returned to cave with pretty.
we fucking suck.
That's the worst.
We're just the worst people. I love it. It's so good.
Come watch our podcast. We're likable personalities.
We're fucking dumb idiots is what we are. Oh, she has a cool knife too, though. Anyway, so yes, Carlos is right. Her design is really kick-ass. I really like it. I think it's really funny that if you find her Twitter account, it's literally just retweets of other Phase Connect stuff. And her, like, it links back to the actual Phase Connect YouTube
She's
channel.
here to make sure your coverage of Pippa is fair.
I guess that's... Yeah, she's got a sword. She's going to make sure it's fair. So yes, we got honked at. One guy was like, "Where did you get that?" And like Carlos had to awkwardly explain how like people were like, "Did you guys steal that? Like what happened?" Like we had to explain how the auction worked and everything. Really good time. Everyone was actually very friendly about it. Here's a picture of me with her in the back of my car. If you're watching on video, I drove her back 5 hours home, and then in the middle of the night, so that my neighbors did not see me, carried her into my house.
See, I got some unfortunate news for you.
Yes.
So we're recording here.
Yes.
You see your window over there?
I see her reflection in my window over there.
People walked by and saw us about a half an hour
I
ago.
guarantee. Here's the thing: anybody that walks by is going to see this from now until forever.
My friend, you have to get some curtains.
I'm realizing that very.
No
quickly.
way.
That is the portal in the weird town.
No way. This is free advertising.
I
To
do.
who? A family? Gather round, children. Carlos found the P-tuber.
She is not the P-tuber, sir.
This is how you could turn out.
I walked through the middle of DC with this. I paid $200 for this. I don't care.
I stood the judgment of the United States government and I came clean. Fuck your Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm no pillar of salt, motherfucker.
Oh my god, we're the best.
We are
We
the
deserve
absolute
all the
best.
good things. In our
Nothing
life.
but praise. Fuck you, Advent. We're doing so much better.
One other thing I would like to say, and just in general, thank you for hanging out with us. This has been a ridiculous week. Oh my god, my world is in tatters. Okay, let's bring it back down now. If you liked what you heard, you want to come back again and hang out, drop a subscription. If you're watching on YouTube, we love that. Leave us a comment. Let us know what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, what we can do better. If you're listening on podcast service, rate us 5 stars, leave us a review. We love that.
You could literally be the first.
You could be.
Do it. Be our first.
Yes.
Break our review
Fucking
virginity.
take our cherry. I will call you daddy. Oh, also, here's some really cool cosplay photography and some other stuff. Pictures that I took while I was in DC. I met a really cool KFP employee that was really cool. Met some really neat Gura cosplayers. There's some other stuff that happened that was really neat. So if you're watching on video, there's all that. Bam. Right there in your face. So yes, subscriptions, all that stuff, comments, reviews, all the good stuff. Let us know what's going on in your life. Would you guys like to talk about birthdays real quick? Is there anything else we want to talk about, I guess, this week before we wrap up with birthdays?
I'm just going to mention, I'm going to try and go for, now that we have more time again this week,
Yeah.
I'm going to try and go for more, not just HoloLive stuff.
Yes.
There was some things, other things I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, let's talk about missed connections for just like 5 seconds. Go ahead,
Okay.
Carlos.
I saw more Yuko streams I wanted to watch this week. Things like that I just couldn't get.
I have a stream in my back pocket where it was the ferret girl whose name I stuck with Limu and Snuffy played Roblox. I need to see that.
That sounds amazing. I will also point out a little bit of one more self-plug here. Was that I made a funny tweet
Yeah.
week.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really plug the Twitter at all, but there's a Twitter. There's a at Super Chats Pod.
Yeah.
I did a good this week.
did good.
I found a meme format that I really liked. I made an edit and posted it at 1 a.m, and somehow it caught.
Yeah, you did it.
And people really, really vibed with it. It's a Risu clip. I'll throw it in right now on the video. Fuck it.
Ego.
It made me very proud of what I did, and we got a follower on Twitter now.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you'd like to, you can follow us on Twitter. We're out there.
Sometimes things gets posted.
We're slightly more active than we have been for the past 4 months before this.
Yes, I've actually been a lot more active on Twitter for the first time ever. I guess eventually we'll all call it X, but I'm resisting right now. Oh my God, that's a lot of birthdays.
We'll call it fucking anything but X.
Yeah,
I'm glad that X got taken off his fucking building. That
I'm
was
going to call it
ridiculous.
Z.
there we go.
Call it Z when it's over. Hey.
Call it shit bird. Okay, birthdays. Yeah.
Yeah, hit me.
Carlos, do you have anything else before birthdays? Sorry.
Nope.
Okay, birthdays. On August 4th, there is an Ool birthday.
An ool.
An Ool.
Ool.
She goes, who? It's Nanashi Mume.
Moomers!
Happy birthday to the moom.
I like.
She's mooming.
I like moom.
On. Nope, I lost it. It's gone forever. On fuck, how did I do this so badly? Shy Lily's birthday is on, I believe, August 6th, maybe August 5th. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Shy Lily.
Shy Lily.
Hello, enjoy,
My
get her,
favorite drink.
buy her blowhole blast.
I love
That
your
shit's
drink.
fucking delicious. God damn it, what a good crossover.
That shit do be hitting.
So fucking good. And then I'm just going over, apparently August 8th is a huge day for VTuber birthdays. There's probably some kind of cultural reason for that I'm ignorant of. But I don't see anybody. Oh, God. It's Tokiyami Toa.
Oh, look at you.
I love that
Oh, that.
VTuber. Demon Debiru. She's a Debiru. Happy birthday, Toa. Great new music. I look forward to your live. You're doing great things, and we all
Keep
love you
it
over here.
up.
Yes. Anybody else? Anything else?
Brush your teeth.
That's true. Oh, I saw the most targeted tweet of all time, by the way, from Pippa.
Oh, sure.
And I'm going to share that, and then we'll call it a night. Pippa had reposted a trolley problem.
Oh, no.
Yes, and the problem was you can switch. You can flip the switch now, and one person will die, or you can flip the switch later, and two people will die. And she retweeted that, and then said, I guess she quote retweeted it, and added in, "It's a metaphor. Go to the dentist." And I've never been so personally attacked in my entire life. So thank you, Pippa. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.
See ya.